Yes. Yes, 2 times. Y'all know the vibes, right? She go. She go. We go. Okay. Okay. 2-step on them. Ooh la la. Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop out of the bed like, where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. POPAVIST. POPAVIST TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here, one more again. So if it's your first time, thank you. All the people in the spot today that was like, yo, Lee, I'm going to check you out. Yeah, we deal with sports, hip-hop, interviews, Popavisms 101, and motivation. If that sound like something you can rock with, then before you exit and hit stage left, pull a usher move, know what I mean? Go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, smash the notification bell. So when I upload the videos, you get alerted. You get alerted when I upload the videos like this. And if it's not your first time and y'all been rocking with the channel, good looking. You know how I do. You know how I like to start the show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. We in the end game now. We in the end game now because the verdict came out, and I know, like, know what I mean, right now people is protesting. Shit is getting real shaky, little nervous, little shaky, little nervous. And I'll be giving my thoughts on the Rittenhouse, and it's bullshit. You know what I mean? And it's really, it's more to it than that, but that's my overall, sentiments. But we also in the end game. Because it's looking real shaky and nervous out in the LA streets, even though they did come back. LeBron was, throwing bowls, got thrown out of the game. They said that's only his second time getting ejected out of the game. And that's a stat that I didn't know. Nonetheless, they won the game. They ain't win us no chicken dinners because they was -7.5, and we should have known that. So let's get right to it. Y'all already know what it is. It's week 11. Not week 12. Little mistake. I'm going to correct that in a minute. Go back. Edit. You know what I mean? Put 11. Week 11, though, was in the books. And this week's, we did bad today. We still won. Good looking. That feeling. But as far as the channel and as far as the picks, wasn't a lot of great picks today. In fact, out of the 13 games, we only hit 4. Like, shit, that's fucking horrible. You know what I mean? And if you count Thursday, New England spanking Atlanta ass, then we 5 for 14. So that brings us to a grand total of, like, shit, can't believe how bad this shit was looking. You know what I mean? 103. Shit, we 74 out of 103. And as far as the locks today, we gave out 5 locks. We always give out 5 golden rings. We went 2 out of 5, and the 2 that we hit was Pittsburgh. Thus, got us the money at the end of the night. We're going to get to the picks. We're going to get to all that shit. You know what I mean? First, we just warming up. So the last 4 weeks, you know what I mean? Like 3 weeks ago, we went 3 out of 5. Then we went 4 out of 5, and then we went 5 out of 5. Last week, we went 3 out of 5, and this week we went 2 out of 5. You know what I mean? And the thing is, when you zone in on the key games that you studying and you think you got a feel for to put your bread up, when you lose those games, those be the worst because these is the games that you zoning on to try to get those chicken dinners. Nonetheless, I just was being funny. LA, big city of dreams. They ain't cover that fucking spread. They kicked LeBron out. Looked like homie was like, yo, You want to hit people with garbage cans? Like when he seen that blood, you know what I mean, coming down, that's when he went crazy. I don't think LeBron wanted none of that smoke, but I also don't think that he did it on purpose. Like, you know what I mean? LeBron really not that type of player. He ain't no pushover type of player, and you got to have some type of fight back, push back on the court. That's grown men, you know, you competing in the field of, you know what I mean? Let me show you who's who, you know what I mean? Challenge. Let's get to it, you know what I mean? Like I told y'all, out of the locks we had Indianapolis, you know what I mean? A little one pick. We getting better with the one picks too, you know what I mean? That was a winner chicken dinner. Matter of fact, let me put the chicken dinners to the side first. You know what I mean? We definitely hit. And that's the thing about gambling too, is you can have the wrong picks, but as long as you got the right combination or you put enough bread on the pick that you do get right, yeah, kid, that feeling. Because I tell you, if Pittsburgh didn't hit tonight, I would have had the sad face, sticker face. And if you've been rocking with the channel, you know over here is like, yeah, I'm happy you won. Good for you and your setup. But over here, I don't want to hear nothing about no happy land. Like, I'm going to burn down your happy land. Because I fucking hate losing, especially when I put my money up. Nobody really claimed that $200 yet. Nobody claimed them cozy souls. And it's like, you know, over here, we deal with real money too. You know what I mean? Welcome to the best damn. He's a funny dude. That's why I watch his channel. The other channel. And for the new people that just checked in, you know what I mean? Like I said, the people at the spot, they seen me like, yo, Lee, word, woo, I'm going to check you out. Well, I've been running a challenge for the last 5 weeks, and I was saying I got $200, 15 pair of cozy souls. My cozy souls, my cozy souls, my cozy souls, so fresh. That's the jingle I made up. 15 pair of cozy souls for the person that can tell me, the guy that says, welcome to the best damn gambling show on the internet. Yeah, that'd be this one right here. We don't bet Monopoly money either. But anyway, Green Bay was a bad loss today. They let Kirk Cousins do you like that. Matter of fact, let's run through some of these games right here. First game, Indianapolis at Buffalo. We had Indianapolis, just showed y'all the one pick. I thought Buffalo would win and show us who they are, but no, they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook. And with that 7 points, I was taking Indianapolis all day. You know what I mean? Taking Indianapolis all day. Next game, Tennessee, Houston, upset game. Like, we had this with the 10.5, and you know what I mean? We put that on a $100 ticket too. I took let me show y'all some of these shits while we run through this. You know what I mean? Indianapolis, these are the locks, and I added some other teams. That's Indianapolis, that's Dallas, that's Vegas Raiders, that's Houston, that's San Fran. $100 ticket, you know what I mean? 48, 41, we hit a few of those. I told y'all that. And New Orleans, Vegas, Dallas, all those was the losers. And in fact, went to the spot early in the day, and you see the time. Yeah, that's 12:42. But when I swung back, added Pittsburgh, Kansas City, and a couple of other winners, I was like, damn, everybody's taking the Cowboys. And even though they're getting 2.5, it still feels like Kansas City is the underdog at home. They're going to come out and they're going to kill. And they did kill. Kill zone, yeah, I know they didn't put up a lot of points, but nah, they kill zone. And, you know, Dallas, they got kind of back to life real quick. Back to life. Yeah, back to life real quick with that loss to Denver and that loss to Kansas City. Tennessee, I'm like this though a little bit. I'm like, all right, Derrick Henry, will it catch up to them? Nah, they're not going to cover the 10, but they definitely not going to lose to Houston. And I get it. Tyrod Taylor, he came out, he had a hell of a game. Definitely when he dived in, I should have like any given Sunday. When who had flipped over? Was it LL? Oh no, it was fucking Jamie Foxx. When they hit him and the nigga flipped over and all, that's sort of like a video game. You know, he should have been starting. The last 2 years, a lot of funny style shit been happening with him. Injury right before the game, and you know, a lot of weird stuff going on in the NFL. You know, they do the ill writing. You know what I mean when it comes to that shit. Next game, Cam Damn Newton. We had this game wrong. We had we had Cam and kind of got a little gassed off of the I'm back. Like, you know what I mean? It sounded like Jewels, like, I'm back, like Santana. And, you know, Ron Rivera, you know, these storylines, these shits mesh up real well when you think about a lot of the storylines of sports. And that's why we cover them, and that's why we be so intrigued with them as an individual and, you know, as the population as a whole. You know what I mean? The fandism as a whole. Because who can script some shit like this? Like, right, you know what I mean? Like, we going to let you go. We going to try to cut you out the record. They try to play Cam. You know what I mean? Honestly, they really did. I think they put some other receiver or somebody else as one of the best players of Carolina. Like, are you kidding me? Like, what? Like, can't be serious, right? And so then you go to New England, you don't finish and you cut. But the bottom line is the storyline was written and they was playing their part. So Cam is going against his old coach, and you say Ron Rivera, you know, he got fired and let go, went over there to Washington, and I thought Cam and them would win money line, but nah, Heineke and them boys said, nah, we're not going to be able to do it. And so that was the first loss of the day. We had Carolina money line. That was a bad pick, especially when I seen it went to 3.5. Sometimes the spreads do be telling you who's going to win. And I know that's kind of maybe for the regular person that's not really into it. It's like, the spreads and all that. But if you a gambler, especially a degenerate gambler like me, like bet every day, and you know what I mean, I'm getting better now with the one picks, like, you know what I mean, but that's a side note. The spreads tell you sometimes who's gonna win, and that was a telltale. Next game, Baltimore. We had this game right on the channel nearly because it was 5.5. We didn't know Lamar Jackson wasn't going to play. He didn't play. Hurdle came in, had 2 touchdowns. Not 1, not 2 on some LeBron James shit. Like in the last minute and change. Like, wow. Like this shit's crazy. Shit crazy. But we had Chicago with 5.5, and they lost by 3. So I'm going to give myself to that credit. But I really didn't mess with that game too tough anyway. You know what I mean? Once I'm like, oh, he not playing. Ooh. And, you know, that. So we got that one right. This game here, Halle Berry, Baker Mayfield, like 2 polarizing figures. And I'm not really talking about Halle Berry, the actress. I'm really talking about Jared Goff. He just is, you know, famous because he was saying Halle Berry. And I thought that shit was funny. Even she thought it was funny. That's why she was like, what's all this Halle Berry stuff? Like, you know what we talking about. You know what I mean? You know what we talking about, Halle. Yeah, Halle Berry. The spread was 13.5. I honestly really thought Cleveland would come out, put foot to ass. Like, you know what I mean? Like Nick Fury said, boot. Like, you know what I mean? We gonna boot you. And they won the game. They barely fucking won at the end. It's like, you know what I mean? So the Cleveland Browns, they are the Browns. Baker Mayfield, he is dealing with the Mel Gibson, and you know what I mean? He got the whole shoulder out. But they won. It was a bad pick. Should have took Detroit, but maybe I'm a little biased because of that Halle Berry. He's just not a winner. And I know he won, and, you know, he was in with the Rams and obviously went to the Super Bowl. But obviously they let him go for Matt Stafford for a reason. Like, hello, you play to win the game. I mean, it is that simple. Next game, this should have been the lock. And we did have San Fran, like I said, on that $100 ticket. You know what I mean? We had San Fran. Just so you know, we also had Dallas, 1 pick. You know what I mean? We also had the Raiders. Like, I don't just, you know what I mean? I put my money where my mouth is. So that's why I don't be like when I be in FanDuel, seem like, no, not really FanDuel. People is there to gamble. More like Buffalo Wild Wings before they close this and shut shit down. And people see you rooting for a team and then they just start rooting. Like, no, I actually can come on, wear the Pittsburgh Steelers hat with pride, like black and yellow, without being mad that they lost as a fan, because I don't bet with my heart. I bet with my money. Yeah, like chicken dinners. Winner, chicken dinner. That feeling, like sports, hip-hop, interviews, Popavisms 101. You know what I mean? The Raiders, New Orleans. Like, man, this was a bad fucking pick. And I only took them this time and 2 other times. So they really didn't hurt me, but I really thought that New Orleans was going to win that game. Like, you know what I mean? Like Rick Ross said, I really thought you boys owned them cars. Like, I really thought they niggas was going to win. And they was like, nah, they not winning. Next game, yeah, San Fran. They looking like they want to say something about what's going on in the NFC and also in that division. They at 5-5. They are a physical team. That's why we had them, even though the spread went up a little bit. Trevor Lawrence and them, they're going to figure it out. They're going to take their lumps. They're going to take some more lumps, and they're going to take some more lumps unless they just get some playmakers to surround them, and then this shit look like Clemson again. But, you know what I mean? Next game, Green Bay. This one hurt us too, man. This one hurt us too, you know what I mean? Had Green Bay on a few good tickets. I mean, all these shits is like, see, I already know how I do. You know what I mean? Like, we don't play no games. You know what I mean? Yeah, kid, we don't play. Green Bay, that 1.5 also told me, but I went against my better judgment. You know, like, obviously, like I said on the channel, like, I can't Saturday night. I was out like, and we be up in the club, and we be up in the back, and we be, like, you know what I mean? Got to get your head sprung. Like, was having a good time. Out Scorpios, we the best, celebrating more life, me and Kiss and shit. So when I came in, I just did the show like, woo, woo, ah. But I'm saying that to say, when I get to the spot and it's time to actually put my money up, you know, I may change my mind. And you really can't hit a nigga on the bat line or the Patreon like, yo, Lee, what's the pick? Unless you right there in the spot getting it in with me. So, you know what I mean? I changed my mind on a lot of these picks, but I'm just, for the channel, full transparency, you know, we just keeping it a buck on who we took and we picked. And when we went to the spot, we changed some of those picks and we won. But anyway, Green Bay, I didn't switch to Minnesota. I thought Aaron Rodgers would win. Then after the game, he like, yo, you know, my foot injury and COVID. And it's like, nah, last week you just won, bro. Last week you just was looking good with no practice or none of that. Now this week, your foot and you was in a lot of pain and, you know what I mean? And yeah, like, damn, that was a bad loss for them. So it was like a lot of the number one teams or a lot of the teams who we thought were here is looking a little suspect now, you know what I mean? Next game on this, you know, I don't know why we got up here and took New York. I mean, like, it's New York. Can't even get hyped with that right now. Even though the Giants do play tomorrow, I'm taking Tampa Bay. Just for the record, the spread is 10.5. I like Tampa Bay Monday Night Football. Jets, they are who we thought they were. Joe Flacco started. I thought that would give them some stability, if you will. But Miami is just better. The defense was better. Tua Tagovailoa, he outplayed. And at first, it was looking like Jets was going to pull it out, especially with that 4. If you brought 3, then it's a push. You did good. If not, then Miami was the pick. Next game, like I said, this New Orleans Philly game, Jalen Hurts, I'm going to give him his props right now. Like, Jalen Hurts is balling. The offense is looking pretty damn decent. Like, you know what I mean? He looking pretty damn decent. Like, you know what I mean? And yeah, they could be a little scary for Dallas. Dallas is what, 2 games ahead of them, and they gotta, you know what I mean? They gotta play them again, I think. Next game, this was another lock. Can't even mess with the Raiders. The Raiders, you gotta say it in you know, his voice. The Raiders. But the Raiders is looking like L. Trashington. Can somebody please sprinkle some moist dessert on them niggas? Like Derek Carr, I know, like when Stephen A. was getting on him hard and he answered him back and all that, that's when you know your voice is resonating because people be listening to what you're saying. They feel the need to, you know, give you that validation of what you're saying and throw some jabs back. Like, stop saying my name. Like, you know what I mean? But anyway, they lost. They got their ass whipped at the end. It was like, yeah, it was just already over. Joe Burrow, that dude, him and his homie, his running partner from college, they looking like they the truth. Plus, they was on a 2-game losing streak, so it was like 2-game losing streak, 2-game losing streak. One team coming off the bye. They do got to travel to Vegas. Vegas is home. Can they get it together, even though they missing Ruggs and the other dude, and they can't get it together? It was a bad pick, y'all. I'm sorry if y'all took Vegas with me. Next game, Dallas. We had this as a lock. We was feeling strong about it. And like I said, we put the winning tickets to the side for a minute. You know what I mean? Like, winner, chicken dinner. And I'm happy now because if Pittsburgh would have lost, I would have had the sad face, sticker face. But again, you can bet a certain amount of dollars and be looking like you're going to lose, and then a couple of tickets put you right back in the mix. And pretty much that's what happened. So, yeah, Arizona, you know what I mean? Pittsburgh, Kansas City. Yeah, Kansas City. And, oh, yeah, Chicago over my New York Knicks. And the Golden State Warriors, Steph Curry is back and he cooking with the pot. Like, yeah, Ben Steph Curry with the pot. Ben whipping with the, yeah, like Steph Curry definitely looking like MVP. Oh, yeah, Kansas City and Arizona again. Yeah, like 2-pick. Yeah, Kansas City and Arizona. Because I'm saying, damn, on the channel, I had like Seattle. But I started saying, damn, Colt McCoy is a pretty damn good backup. Russ trying to come back off of the injury. Defense a little shaky, a little nervous. Niggas looking shaky, a little nervous. Got a good running game. That boy from Pittsburgh is over there now. Oh, shit, A.J. Green is over there. Oh, shit, who else is over there? They got a couple of good players. Oh, Hurts is over there from Philly, like stand up. And, yeah, easy money. And that's why you see those two. Then, like I told y'all, little Indianapolis one team hit. And then I had a little, you know what I mean, jumped on this with my boy, 2, 4, 7 pick. Little something light, you know what I mean? So, yeah, we got our money back and then some. Yeah, kid, that feeling. Because y'all already know, you know what I mean? Personally, I thought it was going to be, I know what it's like to lose, to feel so desperately that you're right, yet to fail. And I got a lot of tickets that only got 1 loss, 2 losses for bands. And it's always like that. That's the thrill of, you know, Sunday Funday for people that don't understand and not really into the gambling. They don't know, like, why people as whole grown men is going to, you know, Wild Wings and lining up to FanDuel. And, you know, the NFL is just different. That's why it is king. And that's why other sports kind of like move their shit around because they don't want to fuck with the NFL. NFL is king. You know what I mean? But anyway, Dallas, when I got to the spot, I switched off to Kansas City, as you can see. And my reasoning for that is just like, damn, everybody's on ESPN, everybody's on Fox, everybody's on these networks. Like, yo, Dallas can play any way you want to play. You want to run? You say they're going to run, they're going to run. You want them to throw the ball, they're going to throw the ball. You want physicality, they're going physicality and woo, 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 and And I'm a Giant fan, so, and you know, I was like, what? You know what I mean? Sorry, Cowboy fans. Yeah, I'm a New York Giant fan. You know what I mean? New York, anything, but definitely the Giants. I'm saying, damn, Patrick Mahomes, am I getting hype? Is we overlooking them? Yeah, he threw 5 touchdowns, and they ain't been looking good. But they still got that other bad man, a.k.a. PM, a.k.a. NyQuil, night-night. I put 40 on you real quick if you blink. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Muhammad Ali said, I shut the lights off before you could blink. You know what I mean? Like, that type of fast. And I just figured, like, nah, this is a big game. They're going to want to show and prove. And also playing at Arrowhead Stadium is a tough stadium, especially when it's a red out. And, you know what I mean? I'm not sure how many people is there, man. I think it's 20,000 for whatever it is. It's a hectic stadium to play at. And I'm like, nah, Dallas. And I know Stephen A. going to be getting on them niggas tomorrow. Like, accident waiting to happen. Dak threw a couple of entos. It really didn't look as crisp as they should be. But I still think they're going to be in the playoffs, and nobody really probably going to want to play them because of the offense, and they missing a couple of defensive players. Last game, as I just spoke on briefly, was the Arizona. I'm like, nah, man. Overall, they're a better team. Even though they missing Hopkins and they missing Colt McCoy, they already played without them. They've been playing without them. Nah. And you giving me 5? At first, earlier, when we first won, it was 3, and that's why I didn't bet on them till we went back at like 4 o'clock to catch those afternoon games. I'm like, nah, let me get Arizona. I wish I would have put more money on Arizona and Seattle. Really would have came up crazy because I realized those was the 2 locks. And sometimes you got to be making bets to see it. I don't know if that makes sense either. Last game, you already know why I got the black and yellow, because they help us get the, you know what I mean, not only our money back, but start pushing us over to the profit, and that's always a good thing. And that's why you see me on here like this. Yeah, even though I had bad picks, I'm not mad at all. I'm actually very happy, and we hopefully start the week off Monday on a strong tip. Let me know who you took. We're going to give the power rankings out tomorrow, you know what I mean? Not right now. We're a little long, but you already know what it is. It's your boy, POPAVIST. You was just tuned in. POPAVIST TV, that's my show. I'm live, I'm rolling, I'm unscripted, I'm authentic, that feeling. Back up in here, one more again. Yeah, kid.